Well, the bombastic bushkin has struck again. Hi guys, welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am, and we are back with Eric Bogle for the first time. This is a Patreon pick, obviously from our patron, Bombastic Bushkin. Once again, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. And the song is called, the band played Waltzing Matilda, I believe. Yeah, and technically it is off his album that came out in 1980 called Now I'm Easy. The genre is folk, world, and country. That's an interesting mix. I'm here for it. It was the last song on the album. I'm guessing this video we're about to watch is from I think it's from a performance in 2009. It didn't have a personnel list for it. So I don't know who these people are other than Eric. So just know that going into it, and let's enjoy this. Apparently this is a very big anti-war song, and you know we're all for that here. So if y'all want to subscribe, please help a brother out. Click that icon right below my face. I'd really appreciate it. And leave a like and a comment too. It definitely helps the channel out. Alright. Eric Bogle, the band played Waltzing Matilda. Live. 3, 2, 1, go.
I wrote this song in 1971. Now, the mathematicians will work out that was 38 years ago. Can't believe that, but this is how old this song is. And I wrote it after I saw my first Anzac Day march in Australia, which was in Canberra in 1971. And I wrote this song, and here it is. Next year, John and I celebrate our 30th anniversary together. I bought him a gold watch.
There you go.
I bet you're glad I came into that Salvation Army hostel.
And rescued me.
Now when I was a young man, I carried me pack, and I lived the free life on the rover.
Oh, let's give me one of those songs.
From the Murray's green basin
Get ready.
to the dusty outback, oh, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time you stop rambling, there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat, and they gave me a gun, and they marched me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. And amidst all the cheers, the flag waving and tears, we sailed off for Gallipoli. How well
World War I.
I remember that terrible day, how our blood stained the sand and the water, and of how in that hell that they called Sula Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was waiting, he primed himself well, he showered us with bullets and he rained us with shell. And in 5 minutes flat, he'd blown us all to hell, nearly blew us right back to Australia. But the band played Waltzing Matilda when we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours, and the Turks buried theirs. Then we started all over again. And those that were left We tried to survive in that mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, though around me
February of 1915 to January of 1916, the Gallipoli campaign.
Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I woke up in me hospital bed and saw what it had done, oh, I wished I was dead. Never knew there was worse things than dying.
Damn, bro.
For I'll go no more waltzing Matilda all around the green bush far and free, to hum tent and pegs a man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. So they gathered the crippled, the wounded, the maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind, the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship sailed into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where me legs used to be, and thank Christ there was nobody waiting for me to grieve, to mourn, or to pity. But the band played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway, but nobody cheered. They just stood and stared, then they turned their faces away. And so now, every April, I sit on me porch and I watch the parade pass before me. I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reviving old dreams of past glories. The old men march slowly, old bones stiff and sore, the tired old heroes from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. But the band plays Waltzing Matilda. The old men still answer the call, but as year follows year, more old men disappear. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you'll come waltzing Matilda with me. And their ghosts may be heard as they march by that billabong. You come a-waltzing Matilda with me. Thank you very much. God bless.
Yeah. Well, the bombastic Bushkin was right. That was definitely a powerful song, man. And yeah, it's in reference to the Gallipoli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Gallipoli. I don't know, but there's a campaign, World War One, Australia trying to invade, I think, or take land or something, and it lasted for about 11 months. Oh yeah, Turkish. The Gallipoli Peninsula. The Entente powers, Britain, France, and the Russian Empire, sought to weaken the Ottoman Empire, one of the Central Powers, by taking control of the Ottoman Straits. This would expose the Ottoman capital at Constantinople to bombardment from Entente battleships and cut it off in the Asian part of the empire. If the Ottoman Empire defeated, the Suez Canal would be safe, and the Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits would be open to Entente supplies to the Black Sea and warm water ports in Russia. And there's pictures. I see the tin hat. Fuck. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard such a more, like, such a, I don't know. I would say it's anti-war, like, you know, that's what Bombastic said, but it also paints the reality of what war is too. You know, there's many ideas of it. There's romanticized ideas. There's the I don't know, like the exaggerated Hollywood idea of it too. You know, there's different aspects of what war is. No matter what, it's terrible, you know, but it's, I don't know. There's different wars for different reasons. Sometimes it needs to happen, if you're being real, if, you know, not living in utopia land. Sometimes it does need to happen. It feels like it sucks to say that. It's such a, but the way that our world is structured and the way that we are ruled, you know, over, you know, how we are governed, the way that the states are set up, you know, the countries, everything, it all leads to, I don't know, people wanting more because, you know, resource scarcity and all that. No matter what, there's always going to be conflict because we're always going to run out of something, or we're always going to need something. And for some reason, instead of, I don't know, I think we've gotten better, you know? There's still wars happening everywhere, so I guess you can't really say that, but I don't know, it feels like there was a little bit of a better time where we got, you know, recently at least, or maybe if there was conflict, it was not even proxy wars, it was more of a, you know, economic war or what, you know, they would, you know, it's what it all comes down to nowadays is money. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the private prison industry or the military IC, you know, like, it doesn't matter. It's all about dollar signs at the end of the day. And we've become a commodity as well. I mean, men have always been a commodity, and I say that just in humans, let's say, you know, like, we've always been a commodity, especially when it comes to such things as war, you know, lest we grow too fond of it. To quote a, I guess not nowadays, he's not a respected general. He never, I guess, has been since they lost, but Lee had some good quotes. And I'm a diehard Yankee, but still, you know, Lee had some good quotes, man. I'm just a history buff, so I don't know. The Civil War is fascinating, but we're not talking about that. I think that was so powerful, man. His lyrics are so descriptive. They paint such a bleak and absolutely just, it's a travesty, that story. And I know it's probably, I don't know if it's an exact, you know, word for word somebody's story, but it probably is. You know, it's probably a lot of people's story where they lost some kind of limb in a conflict. They came home, and that's what got me. He thought there would be cheers, but people stared, and then they turned around and left. Good God. And that's how we treat the people that we send off to go fight these stupid ass wars. Not only do we send them to go fight these stupid ass wars, we treat them like shit when they get back. And there's people that don't as well, you know. There's people like me that I always say thank you for your service. If I ever see an old man walking by with a hat on with lots of, you know, lots of medals, and ribbons and stuff, I always say thank you for your service, sir. You know, just because you guys know, like, my dad was military, grandfather was way up there. So I always will have a positive spin and positive view of servicemen and servicewomen. definitely get shit on for a living, and then when they come back, they get shit on, you know? I don't know. I'm not saying it happens nowadays as much as it used to, probably, but I don't know. But that's just one of those internal biases that's probably never going to go away. It's just ingrained in me. But I am definitely anti-war, and I think that we're going to come to a conflict here soon, probably. It's just, like I said, I'm in the middle. I don't pick teams. I just pick the best, you know? And I don't know. I don't know. I don't see a good picture either way what happens in our country this year. But, you know, there's definitely hope for the future. I hope, you know, I really do, because I've got kids. I can't have civil wars popping off. Like, you know, like that's, I'm not saying that's going to happen, you know, but like just, that doesn't have to be that either. Just imagine that happens when the rest of the world's on fire. You don't think this is all set up? Like, it's not, sorry. I think that his ability to story tell through lyrics, that it's just, that's incredible. The descriptive imagery, the way that he just invokes so much feeling out of, like, just in you, and it brings you to tears. It brought me to tears at the end there. Just, it's so sad. It's such a sad world we live in. And that was just two guys, a guitar, and yeah, they pulled off some magic there. And like I said, I've never heard of him before, but I think that was absolutely fantastic. I didn't catch what the last guy's name was. I know he said it in the beginning, but I know obviously Eric Bogle. Is it Graham Lee? Because there's a Graham Lee on the album Now I'm Easy. See, like, so I said it came out in 1980, but he said he wrote it in 1971. But I mean, I guess that doesn't mean that he, you know, released it in 71. I guess, I don't know. Either way, that was fantastic. Thank you, Bombastic Bushkin. If y'all have any other picks by this guy, I'm definitely game, because yeah, that was powerful as hell. And no matter what, it's a terrible thing. The war, you know, just in general, what it does to the people that fight it, the people that are there around the civilians, and it's all orchestrated by those, you know, they push us around like we're pawns on a chessboard, literally. They could care less, just like in chess. But if you actually know how to play chess, the pawns are very important. But I think there's a lot of stupid people in power, but the people that control the stupid people in power aren't. They're very smart. They're the smartest people in the world. The think tanks, the private equity firms, all that stuff, they're smart. They're very, very smart. And hopefully they're not watching this video. Hopefully no one's watching this. Oh, I'm not going to say hopefully no one's watched this video, but yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, Bombastic. I'm out of here. Patreon, right there. That's a picture of it. There's a link in the description. If you join the $15 tier or up, you get one free request a month. If you join any of the tiers, you get access to all our block videos and full album reactions. There's a lot of stuff on there, and we'd love to have you. Come hang out. And there's also a PayPal and Cash App in the description if you want to leave a tip, help your boy out, or send a request in that way. Bye.